Hello everybody, Ethan here, back after a long break, back better than ever, ready to give you guys my top 10, wait for it, books, my favorite books. Yeah, so these are just some of the books that I enjoy reading and some of my absolute favorites, so let's get into it. First we have A Wrinkle in Time. It's an amazing book. But yeah, it's by Madeline L'Engle. I highly recommend reading it. It's about a girl and her younger brother, and they get transported into this crazy little world, and it's actually really an awesome read. Next, we have another classic by C.S. Lewis. It's The Last Battle, the last of the Chronicles of Narnia series. I like this one best because it's just got that kind of epic finale kind of feel to it, and it's good. It's a good read. I highly recommend it. Next is Robinson Crusoe. It's huge, I know, and it's definitely older, so it's a bit more difficult of a read, but it's just a classic story that's, got cannibalism, it's got being stranded on an island, it's got survival, and it's just a good staple book that I think everybody should read. Next, we have The Mysterious Benedict Society. This one is super good. I've read this series since I was little. It's kind of mystery. It's about a bunch of kids that are super skilled in one way or another. They kind of take some kind of like IQ test to get into this mysterious society. It's a really interesting read, so I highly recommend it. Next is Aragon. It's about a guy who finds a dragon egg, and the dragon egg hatches and it becomes his dragon, and he becomes this like sick warrior, and then you see this whole new kind of world of dragons and warriors and dwarves and stuff. It's amazing. Very good read. We have The Reason for God by Tim Keller. It's really basic examples of a good Christian faith. Even me, who grew up in the church, reading this book was like, I would say it's very emotional, and it's like, wow, this makes so much sense, and it's just so enjoyable that I think everybody should read this. Next is Mere Christianity. This book by C.S. Lewis as well, like the other one that I had. This one is a book he wrote after he became Christian. It's an amazing book, an amazing read, and I think everybody needs to read this book. Next, I have The Millionaire Next Door. It's another nonfiction book, and it basically is information gotten from a gigantic study that the two authors did, ways to reduce your spending and increase your livelihood, and to really steward money well, especially since us Christians are called to be good stewards of our money. So I think this is a very beneficial read. The Hobbit, what started The Lord of the Rings, which are my favorite books and favorite movies of all time, I would say. But it's just a classic good book of elves, dwarves, orcs, dragons, hobbits. Read it. Please read it. Please. And last, but certainly not least, The Wind in the Willows. It's one of my favorite books ever. It's a story of, if you've ever been to Disneyland, you know the ride, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride? That's based off of this book. It just gives me such an amount of nostalgia that I will continue to read this book for the rest of my life. So yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. That's my top 10 books. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that some of these books you've either read or you're going to read, because they are all super good and just have a special place in my heart and in my life. I've done a lot of reading, and these are 10 that stand out. So I hope you guys enjoy and go out and read as much as you can, because it is very beneficial for the soul.